Hi guys, Mark here with Walter's World, and we're in Obidos, Portugal, one of my 10 favorite little towns in Portugal, one of my favorite towns in Iberia. Great place to go check out, about an hour and a half north of Lisbon on the bus. We have to go through Lisbon, but it's well worth coming to, and if you have your own car, it's a must. But when you come to this beautiful walled city, what should you see and what should you do? That's what this video is about. Now, the first thing I gotta say is you just want to wander the streets. There's churches, there's little homes, there's shops, there's Ginja place where you drink these shots of cherry liqueur. There's all these things. Just wandering the city is the greatest thing because it is such a medieval town that you really do feel like you're in old Europe when you come here. It has a definitely different feel than if you're in Lisbon or Porto or Madrid or something like that, okay? Now, when you do come here, on the main drag or all over town, they have this drink called Ginja or Ginja. It's basically a sour cherry shot, and they serve it in chocolate cups. So you have to have a Ginja and a chocolate cup when you're here, usually about €1. Well worth it, always a good time to have fun. They're like, oh look, and I get to have the chocolate afterwards. Very traditional from the city. You'll see stalls in Lisbon and Porto that sell it, and they'll say Ginja de Obidos, Ginja from Obidos. Very popular thing with your chocolate cups. That's one thing you really got to do when you're here. Now, another thing is the city is surrounded by a wall, and you can walk the entire way around. It'll take you about an hour and a half to do it, but you can just do sections because they have steps going up. Really cool view, really fun to do. Be careful if you're taking kids up there because there's no handrail or anything, so watch out for that. But the views are spectacular when you walk along there. I mean, you can actually take some food up there, have a little picnic on the wall. I mean, it's really kind of a cool thing to do. You'll get your family Christmas postcard picture up there, all kinds of nice stuff. All right. Now, another thing you can do when you come here to Obidos is Obidos has a lot of festivals. They have the chocolate festival, they have a beer festival, they have a Christmas market here. But the coolest one for me in the summer, they have the medieval festival, and the whole city is done up in medieval times. And everybody, like lots of people from all over Europe, come up and they really act out for 2 weeks, basically being medieval. So the smells, the food, the beer, all the kind of stuff that went on in the medieval times, they have it here, and it's really, really cool to check out. So come from one of the festivals that are here because it is really nice. Also, the town isn't that overpopulated with tourists from abroad. It's more Portuguese tourists that come, so you get a different feel of the village. And I'm here on a Thursday afternoon in January. It's great weather. A little cloudy, but it's just beautiful weather. Nice time, nice people, all kinds of stuff. And there's nobody around. You get to enjoy the city, enjoy the town, I should say, by yourself. And I've been to this town, 12 times. Maybe 13 times at different times of the year, and it's always enjoyable to be here, okay? Another thing you want to do when you come, there's all kinds of churches here. You have Santa Maria behind me, where there's actually a Portuguese king was married when he was 9 years old. Luckily, his bride was 7 at the time, so those Portuguese, they like to start young, I guess. But this is where one of the Portuguese kings was married. There's a bunch of really cute churches here, St. Peter's. There's a church outside of town that's really nice. So there's 13 churches inside the city walls that you can visit and check out and see the azulejos, or the Portuguese blue tiles that are in there. Really nice to check out, take your pictures, see your stuff. It's like, wow. And it's funny because you go through and they'll have their tour guides, and you'll go inside this, the alms church, and they're like, yeah, this is kind of a simple church. You're like, wait, all the blue tiles and all the walls. Yeah, but for us, that's simple. So it's kind of cute like that, but it is nice. They do have a little municipal museum here to see the history of Obidos and other festivals and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. There's lots of little shops you can do. Also, there's some new kind of, if you want to do some biking or hiking or adventure stuff, there's some other things around the town that you can go do, and just makes it kind of a nice little day trip from Lisbon, or an overnight trip, because literally the town is completely empty at night, but there's plenty of restaurants, plenty of little Tascas bars kind of stuff to enjoy. And for me, honestly, it's one of my 10 favorite places to come in Portugal, and I highly recommend you go there. So I hope that gives you a rough idea what you can and should do when you do come to Obidos. Beautiful little town, really close to Lisbon. You have to go through Lisbon, you have to take the bus, but really, really is nice. And you'll see there's a castle on one end of the city walls. That castle is now a hotel, okay? But behind that's where they have a lot of the festivals, and it makes a really cool picture of these European castles. And on the other side, you have a really nice windmill, and you'll see a lot of windmills when you're coming up here, because that's kind of Portugal's a windy place, so they have old-fashioned windmills and the new kind of windmills that are around. So hope that helps you enjoy a little bit more of Obidos. I highly recommend it. If you want to learn more about visiting Portugal, 5 things you love and hate about visiting Lisbon, or top 10 cities in Portugal, check us out at our website at www.waltersworld.com. And please like and favorite this video, and we hope you subscribe. Bye from Obidos, Portugal.